What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. I am on the hunt for some ingots, y'all, so here we are on Chaos 10, the Dead Road, and we're going to do a little different ballista build today, using that Burning Bolts, Piercer Servo, and Defense Rate Servo. However, we're going with Sploody as our third shard. So, Sploody Harpoon, while gilded, it's a 52% chance to detonate on each target hit, dealing 49% of defense damage as extra damage in a small area. This puts the damage output, like, mathematically right about the same, or ish, as a Go-Boo Boom. However, this is going to be going off constantly and not just when the enemy dies. So, let's try it out, see how it does, and see how it does on the Dead Road here. Let's see, I think we're going to do a little sharing here, and then we do have the flyer lanes, of course. And I think I'm going to add in a little something for those as well. I think I'm just going to throw... Why do I keep spinning this thing around? There we go. I think I'm just going to throw in a Flamear. So the Flamear I got going is Destruction, Encroaching Flames, and Deadly Strikes. Anti-melee, anti-chaos, and defense rate. Yeah, we'll just throw a Flamear here, and we will give it a Destructive Pylon, though. I got Destructive Pylon on my Reflex. With that in mind, we will go like that as well. And I'm using the big Boostars. I've got Deadly Strikes on there as my third shard. So we got the big range. We're going to be sharing a Boostar over there is why I'm doing that. And then we're going to use some training dummies. Accumulator, Protective, and Hardened with Juggernaut Automation. And Auto Repair System. It's a little bit overkill. Automation does really, really good just by itself, but Auto Repair will help it close the gap there. I do have Health Pylon on my Reflex as well, so we'll go something like that. And I think that will be pretty solid. Now let's see, what do we want to do here? I think here, maybe we go with 5 Poons? Yeah, I think we can go something like that. We'll give it all the bells and whistles here. So we got the Destructive Pylon, we got a Buff Beam, and then, of course, we've got that Boostara. Did I remember to put a Buff Beam over here? I did. Okay, so we're good there. So checking up here, we got another flyer lane. This Flamear, of course, is going to get worked, but it is still going to help against the flyers. We'll give that the Destructive and all the goodies there. And that's going to leave me, what, a whole boatload to spend over here. I never got my wall in. Let's get a training dummy there as well. And we'll give it the double reflect protection also. Just because we can. Now over here, I like to build stuff up along this ledge. But the Harpoons clip a lot on the tree trunk. So with that in mind, I am just going to go something like this. So we're going to put training dummy on each. Let's get both of those a reflect beam. And then I think we'll have enough left to go 4 and 4. So 4 ballistas, or even 4 and 3. We can go 4 ballistas on this middle lane, and then go like 3 ballistas here. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to do some sharing. So with that in mind, I want a Boostar right in the middle. Let's make sure that Boostar is getting its Destructive Pylon. Both stacks should be getting it, no problem. And then that leaves me 50 left. So I think we're going to share a Buff Beam as well. We'll just give it 1 extra node here. So let's go something like that. No? Not enough DU for that. How are we going to do it? I guess what we can do is here, we'll just go like this. And that should still protect me at both angles there. And then we should be able to get our Boostar in over here. Let's see, or our Buff Beam, pardon me. Go there to there. And there we go. That works out a little bit better. And nothing left, so let's just let it fly. I think I'm going to spend the majority of the wave over here, just kind of spamming into the top lane. Just to make sure if there's any issues with those flyers, they are attended to. But I think it might be alright just doing this right here. I'll have to keep an eye on the mini-map, see how things are going over on the other side of the map. And I actually kind of want to upgrade those flame auras just to make sure I don't have any flyer issues. We do get a lot of dive bombers out of that lane right there, so they could easily dive bomb my stack here and ruin the day. So I definitely want to make sure I'm paying attention to those guys. The Chieftain are actually not making it very far, surprisingly. Now the charged shot, of course, is given a little knockback, which certainly helps. But yeah, those Chieftain are getting burned out. Not really even getting to see the glory of the Poons and the Splodes here. You can see it visually go off, but you got to be paying attention. Although I think this is the best lane to DPS on, it's, I think, the worst lane to watch for fun. So we'll try taking a look at another lane there. Let's grab up all the stuff. I'm just going to throw one upgrade on that one. Drop a few upgrades in there. We'll go ahead and drop a few upgrades in here as well. And then let's see how those Splodes are going on like this middle lane. We should be able to see them in action a little bit more. I mean, it goes off a lot. And with Gilded, it's a 52% chance to go off, but I mean, remember the projectile pierces, so it's a 52% chance against every enemy that it connects with. So if it pierces through and hits multiple enemies, I'm getting that same explosion chance off of each one. And it's just definitely melting. With the fire on the ballistas there, yeah, there was a big old explosion. Yeah, it seems like it's going off a lot. Seems like it's more than 52% of the time. Let's see, we got a Malthius. That's going to be over here. So let's burn Malthius out real quick. And then we should have another boss coming. Looks like the flyers are dying off, so that's a good thing. If we have the flyers come out while there's a bunch of mobs on the ground, then remember the explosion is going to be hitting those flyers as well. So I think the Sploody could do fairly well in that situation. Throw a couple more rando ups around and let it fly here. It's doing really good. I mean, there's nothing making it anywhere near the wall besides the Chieftain. See if any of these thicker mobs make it. No, the Frost Orcs, the Cyborgs, they're all getting smashed. It's just these Chieftain that are pushing through. And they're actually really low by the time they get there, too. Yeah, barely got my training dummy spinning at all there. You can see the explosions going off back to back in the packs, too. The ballista, when you do add it in, it's such a good utility defense by using the oil and the fire. Because then it automates the Drakenlord and plus just gives us that ignite combo everywhere out there on the map. So it's tough to not to want to go with just utility. But it is a powerhouse of a defense. It definitely just shreds things. Just throw it in right here again. Actually, did I get any ups over here? I got a couple. We'll just throw another round in and let it fly once more. Pretty incredible lane clearing power with the Pierce. It hits as hard, ish, as a single target defense. But then, of course, you're getting that Pierce, and that's really where where the fun starts. When there's the packs, you do see that little glow from the explosion go off. Really many times. Let's see, we got a Cyclone Shaper. This lane, of course, we can't get them right up the way. The most ideal place to put them would be right here. But the flyers will just dive bomb into them. I think practically instantly. Like everything just died out. The Cyclone Shaper I didn't even end up seeing. All right. Just spam a few more around and should have a pretty smooth sailing wave 5 here. Definitely a strong defense, though, and I think for the most part it gets underutilized a bit, as it is just really powerful. And then when you add in the ability to oil and ignite as well, that's just giving you a ton of support for other builds. You know, particularly with it only being, what, it's 40 DU. So, you know, you get a nice benefit for the 40 DU. Being able to self-ignite, you know, that's just good stuff. Let's see, we got a Cannon Ogre over here now. Cannon Ogre is down. And then we got a Malthius. That's not where the Cannon Ogre was at all, was it? The Cannon Ogre got handled by the Poons. Alright, Malthius down. And now it's just the leftovers, so pretty good stuff. You know, to be honest with you, it's a third shard slot. So you could literally put anything you want in that third shard slot, and you're still going to win the maps. You can use the oil, you can use power transfer, you can use the Sploody like I did there. You could even throw just blanket crit damage if you wanted. I mean, just mass destruction and destruction, plus the ability to pierce targets, is just so incredibly powerful. But just a little bit of fun Monday Poonin', y'all. So thanks a ton for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.